All right, One Piece chapter 1146. I like Gunko. Oh my goodness, I love her and I need to know everything about her. So she has appeared on the boat with what's Colin, the giant kid, Nami, Usopp, Brook, and Jinbei. And throughout a couple panels, proceeds to take them all out like they're nothing. And I am amazed at her fighting, especially when Usopp attacks her and she just gets blown up and then re-heals. I need to know what's going on with her and her entire personality. So rewinding, she's on the boat and Colin, let's go with that. The giant kid is just like, it's one of the human intruders, and you would think he just insulted her to like calling her garbage because she's just like, human, I am a god. And that self-righteousness that the celestial dragons and these upper levels have, I don't know what it is about her saying that, because I do know what it is, because she has the power to back it up. It's not when the guy with the punchable face is walking around with his big astronaut helmet thing, not wanting to breathe the air of the common folks, and he's pathetic. It's the fact that we know she has this power. Just like the Gorosei back on Egghead, and I'm trying to decide if this is a step down or not. Because clearly the God's Knight should not be as an opposing threat as the Gorosei, but we just fought the Gorosei, and now we're fighting the God's Knight, so I guess because we can't run. On Egghead, the goal was get away from them, but if they do that, then they're sacrificing Elbaf, so that's the stakes. Can they, first of all, save the kids, and can they protect this island? Do they have to abandon it? How do they get the God's Knights to leave? That's the question. Oh, when she says we are gods, Usopp not only compares her to the celestial dragons, but says also Enel, and I'm just like, I got so excited with like an Enel name drop, because I need him to come back into the story. He needs to come down from the moon, hopefully with the Uranus, the original one, or something, or a power source or something to get back into the fight, and I need it. So Gunko explains the plan of, with the size of our targets, we have to walk them to Marie Joie and yada yada. But it's Brook who says she's different than the other celestial dragons. She must hold the rank of God's Knight. And have we been told about, like, has the crew been told about God's Knights in universe? Because if not, like, did he fight them in the past? Am I just blanking on when the crew was like, oh, the God's Knights are going to be on their way? Because Loki is the one who said, if I had done something to tangle with the God's Knights or get them sent upon me, I would have been king of the world by now. They only get involved in big cataclysmic events. Brook wasn't there when Loki said that, so he's got a long history. He's got a long past. Was he like 80, 90? She then uses her arrows, and they figure out, like, it's an attack that directs where the attack is going, but we know it's an inevitable going to land. Not, oh my god, Oda hurt my heart for like half a second, and I was afraid. Because Nami summons Zeus, but then Zeus is being taken control of by the arrows, the lightning being redirected, and I'm like, they hit Nami, they hit my girl, I'm upset, but it was actually Brook who took the attack, which still, I'm upset that one of the Straw Hats got hurt, but it's not Nami, so hurt is okay. And this is when I really start to like Gunko and her just personality, because I'm getting a full fanatic, doomsday prepper, anarchist, believes the world is going to end and is just there to help it along because it's inevitable. And let me get the words. The world was simply meant to vanish one day. That's how it was supposed to go. Some among the humans learned what was in store, and they made sure the entire world would know. Once it starts, it cannot be undone. No one can stop it. No one can stop it. The countdown has started. The world is already entangled in the opening salvo of the coming Great War. It is said that the Giants' allegiance will greatly shape how this conflict will unfold this time. Meanwhile, she's having this speech, they're like, or little tiny monologue, they are full on attacking her. Usopp hits her giant attack, more or less vaporizes the top half of her body, and it just reforms, similar to what we've seen on the Gorosei on Egghead. When they were injured, they just regenerated. So is her powers also linked to Eam? How many people can he or it or she give their power to? And like, is it spread out? Is it equally powerful across all? Can you attack them all at once, and will they all regenerate, or will that spread the power thin? Is it even Emu's power? Who knows? Probably is. I'm going with it. Got to be a link there. We know that she was there when Sabo was in the throne room because we've seen that big arrow, and I'm half wondering if no, that wasn't just her standing in the shadows, that was just a power that Eam had that was then passed to her, which I kind of like more, but unsure. But anyway, whoever the giant side with will like have a leg up in the oncoming war. So they're like, oh, that's why you want to take the kids to hold them as hostages. She shows her cold heart by saying, yeah, I don't even really understand why we're taking people hostage, because honestly, these children are like nothing but trash in my opinion. I don't see them as vulnerable, weak children that need to be protected. They're just like garbage, all you regular humans. And I need to know her backstory. For whatever reason, something about her calling them trash, I was thinking like Baby Five's village, where like everything was always a resource. You didn't have the resources to take care of these people, so you threw them out like trash. And I don't know. I almost want a connection with Baby Five now, but I also want one with Ulta, just because then the connection with Shanks makes sense, and her two colored eyes and Ulta's two colored hair. I don't know. I need to know her backstory and history. I'm going with she was in a cult to Nika, and they worshipped them, but then the cult fell, and she blamed Nika, or believed that this must be Nika's doing. The world has to end, so her family was meant to die. That's how she's accepted it. I'm going with cult and then taken in by celestial dragons. So despite us getting some little flashback or flash scenes of people on Elbaf taking down the dream monsters, and it was all heroic and happy, hey, we're winning, Gunko then proceeds to obliterate, take down without issue the entirety of, granted, two of the Straw Hat crew is Usopp and Nami. They're not exactly our greatest fighters, but like Brook is pretty good, and she takes down Jinbei. And I'm just, you took down my beloved children here. I need to stop. I like you. I need to know more about you, but you're hurting my boys and my girls. Don't like that. Meanwhile, who is it? Saint Summers, who before this was my favorite of the newly introduced God's Knights. Now it's Gunko. Rose thorns everywhere, Saul bleeding, and he's just like, yeah, it's taking me a little bit of time. We're almost ready for phase 2, but this previous Vice Admiral he's going down soon. Won't be much longer. My only complaint is Robin and Chopper, who are both very good fighters, especially Robin, and Chopper got Monster Point and all that, and all his other forms. Like, he pulled up in Wano fine, are just, like, hiding in his beard, and Saul's telling them, just stay quiet, don't let them see you. I'm like, they could help, unless you really just want to go with the element of surprise later. But Robin listening to Saul pass out, bleeding, hurt, I don't like that. You're hurting my girl, Oda, and I don't like it. But I do not believe Saul's going to die, because we just brought him back from the presumed dead, and they just had their reunion. You're not killing them off right away. Snaky dragon mythical creature is trying to take over the communication system, broadcast a message, hey, Elbaf, you people surrender probably, taking out the principal, and kids are still marching, not into fire at least, so that's good. We also did not get Loki's traumatic backstory here, but we did get Saint Summers saying, hey, King Harold, this is all your fault for messing up kind of thing. But it's unclear if mess up, betrayed us, whatever, like you had a change of heart and decided to go good, tore off the horns and wanted peace actually, or realized the celestial dragons were manipulating you, or you're so pathetic you died because Loki killed you when he realized what you were doing. But we do have confirmation here, not that it wasn't obvious before, that King Harold was working for the celestial dragons, world government nobles. So maybe next chapter I will get Loki's traumatic backstory. I need it. Current theory though is I was impressed that the giants were so hospitable that they had to say, listen, we know you guys can fight, but you're our guest, we'll protect you. We want to get you to safety. They're not blaming the Straw Hats for, like, believing that they brought the chaos and God's Knights, whatever, to the island. They don't blame the Straw Hats for that. So I don't see them turning on them unless we have like a last minute switcheroo where some of the giants or half the giants, I'm going with Draal and Gerd, I still don't trust her, I don't know why, I just don't, turning on the Straw Hats and siding with the world government, thinking maybe that's what the king wanted and using his memory to manipulate them, because they said whoever the giants side with will have a big advantage in the upcoming war. So if Luffy has some of the giants to put them at a little bit as an underdog, well, Elbaf as a whole, technically, legally speaking, sides with the world government, maybe. Unclear. I need to see where this is going. So next chapter, please. I need the next chapter. I need Loki's backstory, and I want to know more about Gunko. I'm going with she was in a cult. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I don't know why. But that's all I got. Talk to you later.